What I'm going to talk about here is some of the advanced things I do with Samba on my personal computers. First thing we're going to do is SSH into the other computer. Now, what I'm going to use is nano. What I should be doing is in sudo, because that's the only way I'm going to be able to edit the file. But since I'm not going to edit the file and just look at it, I'll do it this way. I like nano because it can scroll back and forth. Okay, note at the bottom it says unwritable. We really don't care about that. We're just looking at this file. Just take a note here that the pound sign, everything after the pound sign is a note. Everything after a semicolon is also a note. So this is all notes. This is something that the computer is not going to use. This is something the computer is going to use. First thing I want to look at is that it says guessed okay, yes. It's not that important what I'm about to explain. What I'm going to explain is this right here. First thing that I'm going to do is explain browsable. So if we have guest, here, let's just pull that up real quick. Go to network, nightmares. Okay, here's your guest right here. Guest okay is yes, so we can just go into guest right like that. Now if we go down here, we got cameras. Cameras say browsable no. This is important. It also says read only no, which means it's writable. Go down here, we have security cameras. And this one says guess okay, yes. Browsable, yes. There's also a note right here. Let's talk about this for a second. Drive-in safe. So the drive is actually in a physical safe. The computer isn't, and the computer is not in the safe because of heat problems. It definitely heat up a lot inside an enclosed box. So in order to do this, we took the SATA cable for the power, got a ribbon cable and patched it so it's 6 feet long. Just long enough to get inside the safe. It's also flat. You can also get serial cables that are flat, and they go right inside the safe, right through the door. My safe has ports that you can put wires through. Back to what we were getting at. Okay, this says browsable, yes. This right here is the name of our share. This is the path of our share. So let's go over here and we'll take a look at that. You got security cameras, and it's right here. Go up here to cameras. It's not there. Okay, what we're doing is we can copy this out. We'll do that. Copy this out so I can show you what the difference is. We'll go down to this one. We'll copy this one out. Okay, security cameras is in this directory right here. It's in the X directory. That's the name of the directory. But we see the X directory as cameras. X directory is where cameras is at. Cameras is not browsable. Cameras is not browsable. This X comes before security cameras. Security cameras is this right here. This is what we're seeing over here. Security cameras. Now this is browsable, yes. But it's read only, yes. This one's read only, no. We go into security cameras over here. All we need to do is connect. And there we are, we're in it. So if we go into this one right here, we have a test. Doesn't matter what it is. It's a directory that is produced when you test to see if FTP will actually work with the cameras. So we try to delete this. We can't. What we're going to do is we're going to go in before this one. And what this does is gives you a back door. Not only is this not seen, browsable no. So if we go back to our, okay, we go back here. Security cameras is seen. Okay, it's browsable yes, but cameras is not seen. Don't see cameras in there at all. That's browsable no. Already showed you that you can't delete something in security cameras. The reason for that is so that when somebody's looking at it, they can't delete it. They can't delete it unless they have permission to delete it. Go up here and we're going to put this word right here, cameras. Right here. Paste that in, hit enter. We have a valid user. We need to be a user in order to get into here. And the valid user is Lucid. Here it says golden, and automatically what Samba does is put up your user on your current computer. And we could make that a user on the other computer. It has to be a user first on the computer, and then make it a Samba user. Okay, here we are. Now we're one directory behind the security cameras. See this right here? We just came in right here. So we're right here. If we go here, then we can go back over here. And here's that test again. It's gone. What this does right here is it gives you a back door, something you can't see. Say, browsable no. A back door to security cameras. One thing that I do with this, let's go take a look at another one. We scroll down here and we see, okay, we got media and videos as a good example of this. Actually, WoW is also a good example of it too. If you look, it says copy music. Each one of these says copy music. Then it has a path after it. Now, if I change things, this is where notes come in. It just put notes down telling why you change things. So if we look up here at music, okay, so music has a path to music. Read only yes, guest yes, browsable yes. So what this does, this copy command copies music, including the path. This is important. Copy copies everything. Everything from music, except for its name, and puts it right here, including the path. This is top down. What top down means is that you look at this first, then you look at this. This overrides this because it's top down. Top down. Some of these can get pretty long, but look at what happened. 3 whole lines that are not used. And they're not, you don't have to copy it in. You don't have to go and copy this whole thing down here and then change something. There's your copy right here. Okay, enough of that. Let's go take a look at media. Okay, media is in here. Okay, if we look at media, we have a whole bunch of movies in here. This is where I copy my movies. We go right here, we got movie categories. So we get movie categories. And then there's a bunch of movies here. These are categories, like this is CSI New York. So it has all CSI New Yorks in it. So that's how making a category. Now this is in Samba. What is unique about this is that this here is a different drive than the rest of this. This is two different drives. This is a drive, and then this is a drive in here. How I did this was, we go over here. So we go over here, we use nano again. We could just cat it. This here, let's just take it out to here. Let's take the rest of this out. Notice this address here is the same as this one here. So this drive has a directory on it called media with another directory called movie categories. So this drive, this address right here, has a directory in it, and the directory is movie categories. In this directory is our mount point. So we're taking a new drive right here, and we're mounting it right here. Now let's take another look at something here. I'm going to pull up the disk. Now, in order to do this, we can look up the disk. You can look up the command for disk by going like this. Go, and we can send it to desktop. So go to the desktop, go to properties. This is a function of SSH. And copy the command for disk. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to log into the computer again. And then this is a function of SSH. It's one of the things that the SSH command has already put into it. Lucid, the script I use, in order to be able to bring up something that's graphical. Take and paste that command in, hit enter. Okay, now we have disk from the other computer. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at, I believe it's a 8, yeah, here it is. 8 terabyte drive and another 8 terabyte drive. No, that's not it. Okay, so this drive right here is where the files were originally at. I had the movie categories on this drive right here, and it filled it up. It was pretty much full. Right now it's 42.9%. So what I did is I moved all the files to this one. The files I moved were the movie categories, and I made another directory for movie categories. When you go to this one, that's here, the address down here, you're actually going to another drive. Now there was files that I already needed to save, so I put them in another partition, and that partition we can't get to with Samba. That's why this is smaller. So we're actually going from this drive right here to this drive. Now what we got is, this is your ID number. This number is going to be this number right here. So this is the ID number of the drive. Now you can do it with this here, but sometimes this changes. So you're better off using the ID number of the drive. Put this in, you put it in just like this, and when you get to the end here, you hit the tab, and then put in your address. And then over here, this is what type of format it is. This is a ext4 format. Now, if you look up here, you'll see other formats. This is FAT. It says VFAT, but it's a FAT format. Then at the end over here, you see an arrow. So if we go down to the end here, we'll hit the end key. Then see, this is what the arrow extended out to. So if you look up, let's go up one. So if we go up to here, we can see it. Like it says down here, you got the type, and then this is the type. And then this is your parameters you can set the drive mounting to. First, we're going to hit, on this particular one, we hit default. There's a whole bunch of parameters. And then this is like the top down I was talking about before. So in this one, you got the user and the group that this is going to be mounted for. So this is the administrative user and group. And then you got 0, 0. You want to put the two zeros in. So tab again after this. 0, tab again, and then 0. That's a brief explanation of fstab. Delete this. You don't need it anymore. I like nothing on my desktop. All these pictures you see on the desktop are pictures that I photographed myself. So if you find this video interesting, then push like. And thank you for watching my video.